hell of a nice morning for it. Had a nice chat with a couple of bird watchers who told me a few things I don't know. For example, a northeast wind apparently around these areas is better for migration. The wind is going that's north, so south east-ish, sort of off in that direction. It should be coming from there. Anyway, so Jelly Bean does need a clean, yes, but this is the view that we've had today, which has been absolutely spanking. So I'm gonna ride myself home, maybe grab a couple hours sleep, and we shall begin the day with a cup of coffee. Watch me try and get out of here without falling off. Relatively easy. Right, now I do have everything, all 3 GoPros, yep, fantastic. Oh, oops. That's a big hole, Jesus. Oh, hello. Oh, if you had come over the bloody hill like 5 minutes, 10 minutes earlier. Oh. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening. We got us a very wet visor. So the video which I just finished, I was over there, and I've not yet gone home and had a coffee and some sleep, so thought while I'm on the bike I might as well record something. And unfortunately I've used a lot of battery life on recording what I've just done, mainly like time lapses and night lapses such. I got here while the stars were still out. I'm leaving a good 2.5 hours later. It was worth it, absolutely worth it. And once my sun visor chills out, I'll be able to see something properly. Little cat's eyes in the road always get you on a wet day, and just when you least expect it, they take the wheel from under you. Oop. So to mention what I did earlier on, let me lift this up because it's getting ridiculously steamy in here. Oh, and not the good kind. The 2 bird watchers I had a brief chat to, husband and wife couple. The husband used to ride a little 125 Yamaha thing just up and down the farm, and for him it was this kind of thrash about, and he had a lot of fun on that apparently. Good lad. So yeah, nowadays he's a bit old for that, so he's out doing some bird watching first thing in the morning. Good on him, staying out of trouble I hope, and just enjoying life really, probably enjoying his retirement. Didn't question him that far, but yeah, just a nice vibe from them two. So my question for you is, when you've parked up and you've had a brief chat with anyone, any old person, yeah, what's the best stories that you've heard? What's some of the most random things that you've heard? I mean, this was in no case like massively random or overly interesting. It was just a nice distraction from being on a hilltop and stuck for 2 hours because you want to get some footage. You're free to leave whenever you want, yeah, sure, but I want that footage. Unfortunately, I'm only rolling with the one camera, so
Shame, but never mind. Yeah, so it was just nice to have a chat to take your mind off life and things in general, and just enjoy yourself while you're doing whatever you do. In my case, riding the motorcycle, getting footage, and doing precisely that, just enjoying yourself. Now, truth be told, when I was coming this way, it was, as I mentioned before, the stars were still out. It was practically pitch black down here. I forgot this bridge is as steep as it is. There you go. So when you hit that from the other direction, you're aiming your bike into a black hole. There's sufficient time to react to the road and you can make it, but it's quite interesting when you hit the bridge. Like, you get that feeling of like, oh, we're going uphill all of a sudden, then like the very quick, oh crap, there's downhill. Yeah, that was a bridge. It's quite fun. It's quite fun indeed. Oh, red as a tired one this morning. Now, I've mentioned before on this channel that I've had a few stories. A lad bought a Vulcan S because, not because his wife passed away, but he purchased the motorcycle because his wife passed away. He wanted to keep himself occupied rather than dwell on it, which is a good move. And he happened to settle for the Vulcan S. There was another lad who just couldn't ride his bike anymore, so he was looking for a more cruiser sort of thing. He sat on this and he absolutely loved it. So it's lovely being that sort of, I don't know, that part of that little community, and also having a bike which is quite versatile. And I'll say again, because I've mentioned it several times probably on the channel over the it'll be 2 years come December, I think, that I've been doing this pretty much every week. I think the best part of 1.5, give or take. I have priority over you, huzzah! And the comments which people leave, the nice feedback, the smiley face there, awesome. Yeah, just the positive feedback is just like, on some videos it's just unrelenting. Some of you are just, oh, the good feels roll in and the good times roll soon after that. And it's a dangerous thing where you start depending on people's comments to keep your spirits uplifted and such. And I will admit, I am slightly disappointed by the YouTube algorithm when it comes to the Bikers We Need to Talk video. Sorry, I'm just going to speed up. Because as much work as I put into that, I genuinely liked making it. And there was no master plan, there was no scene by scene interaction, there was just, hey, let's record a video and be done with it. Maybe not like that, but let's record this, see what we can do with it. Alright, fantastic. Next bit, let's try and do this. Next bit, let's try and do that. So it was nice to piece that together, and like I said, just, it's not garnered a lot of attention. And I think because I've changed the image once or twice on it, the original one said, you know, riding and mental health. I think there is that, I think there is something where people see something about mental health and they just think, nah, it's not for me, that's nothing to do with me, grow up, all that sort of stuff. But we all must deal with various things. So I changed the image to get rid of the mental health bit, just so it was a line of bikes. The usual sort of image really, Bikers We Need to Talk. Easy as that. And I think probably because it's like an 18-minute timestamp on that thing, yeah, people probably don't want to click on that quite as fast. But you know what, it's been viewed, I think, close to about 700 times now, so I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. But as you go through the social media age and how people just need to garnish more attention for themselves, and it's a strange old world out there. That's why I like staying in my own little corner of YouTube, just doing my own little thing, and you know, do a few collaborations here and there. But for the most part, yeah, I prefer doing the whole solo thing. I'm flubbing my words left, right and centre today.